Hi everyone, I have an updated skincare video for you guys today because somebody actually requested this video and I don't think I've done a skincare video in a couple of months. I also thought I would do this with no makeup on just because it's a skincare video and I thought I would just do this as naturally as possible, and I also didn't put on makeup today and I figured I would film this video today and it seemed silly to put on full face of makeup for one video about skincare. So I'm going to go over all of my skincare things, cleansing, treatments, and all that stuff. I have actually quite a few products to show you guys, but I don't use all of these things at one time. It's a lot of my skincare now is geared towards just how I feel that day. So I have like a couple in each category, and I think to myself, how do I feel? How does my skin feel? How does it look? What do I feel like doing that day? And that's basically how I take care of my skin now. When I first started YouTube, I definitely had an oily skin. I first started YouTube when I was 19 and I am 25 now. I had just turned 19 and I turned 26 in August. So I had oily skin when I first started YouTube, and slowly as I've gotten older and as I've learned more about skincare and my skin and what it needs, it has changed. It's not as oily as it used to be, which I think is not just from aging, but it's also from, and I'm not saying like I'm old now, but it's, you know, it's from 19 to 25 is a long time, and things do change in your skin. And as I've learned about my skin and about what things work for me, my skin has also changed. I have sort of like a combination skin now. It is on the oilier side. It's not like a dry skin, but it's still oily quite in the middle of my face. And then in the summer especially, it's oilier, but in the winter, it's a combo skin. I get dry skin patches. Also, some of the issues that I like to address in my skin, not just oily skin, but I have big pores, and I have redness, if you guys can't tell. Like, whenever I do get ready with me's or tutorials or whatever, there's always somebody that's like, wow, your skin is super red, and it just is. I get a lot of redness in my skin, and it's actually very sensitive to heat and to like pressure. So if it's hot or if it's cold, my cheeks get really red easily, and like I'm not gonna show you on my face, but I could go like this, and in like a couple of minutes there will be like a red mark on my hand, and it will be there for a while. So like my skin is very sensitive to like that sort of stuff. It's not super sensitive to products necessarily. I don't really like, besides Kate Somerville products, most products like don't break me out. Yeah, I tend to have kind of like a tougher skin. Like I can take almost any foundation, any makeup product, and it doesn't really get affected by that. So yeah, those are my skin things that I sort of pay attention to, I guess. With redness, there is like discoloration. Like I have darkness underneath my eyes. It's not as bad as like other people's, but there's a little bit of darkness, and there are some like sunspots and stuff. So I take care of like hyperpigmentation and sunspots and discoloration with some products as well. So I'm just going to go through what I use. I'll go from cleansers to toners to moisturizers, and then like makeup removal, sunscreen, treatment things, and then like face masks at the end. I currently switch between 3 different cleansers. This is the one that I use the most. This is the Aveeno Positively Radiant Brightening Cleanser. It says helps even skin tone and texture, and that's why I bought it, because it helps even skin tone out. I also bought it because it's brightening, and I find that just with an oily skin, I feel like my skin gets a little bit duller more quickly. So yeah, it's a pretty good cleanser. I've gone through a couple of these, and it is not super stripping. I still really like the Clinique cleanser, then their three-step skincare line, and I loved it, and it was because I think I felt like my skin was super clean after using it, so it felt very stripped down. This one does not make my skin feel like that. It definitely still feels nourished and clean, but it doesn't feel super, super dry. I have two exfoliators. These are, again, drugstore products. This one is the St. Ives Fresh Skin Apricot Scrub. I have been using this off and on since I was like 14. It's a really, really abrasive exfoliator, but it works really well. For me, I found that with some of the skincare items that I use, I feel like my pores get clogged pretty easily. So once in a while, I do use this. I don't use this super regularly. This is a like once every other time I exfoliate product. And I use this specifically in the shower. Just, I kind of let my skin get like steamed out a little bit, and then I'll use a little bit of this, and I found that it really gets all of the dead skin and like the clogged pore stuff out. The other exfoliator I have is from Neutrogena. This is a pore refining exfoliating cleanser. This is something that I used in high school as well. And it is it's not a very gritty exfoliator. It's actually quite creamy, and there's a little bit of, it says gentle microbeads, but I feel like they dissolve. So I don't know if it's actually microbeads, but that's what they say. But it's a much gentler exfoliator than the St. Ives is. The St. Ives it's very chunky, and this one is very like finely milled. So it feels really creamy, and it feels very like cleansing, but it doesn't super like abrasively clean my skin. So yeah, I use this once in a while as well, and I switch off between these two when I exfoliate. I probably exfoliate my skin like once every 10 days now, so it's not very often. In terms of toners, I have two toners. Again, I loved the Clinique toner that came in the three-step skincare line. It's really hard for me to say that for some reason. I really liked it when I was using it, when I was first getting into really learning about skincare and learning that a systematic skincare is what makes your skin happy. But I also found that, again, a little bit stronger and a little bit more drying than I had liked at a certain point. And then I grew out of being super oily, so I kind of adjusted what I wanted to use. An old time favorite, this is the Embryolisse Eau de Beaute Rosamelis, and this is a spray toner, and it's super refreshing. It's really not, I don't know if there's any alcohol in it. Yeah, it doesn't have any alcohol in it, so it's not a drying product either. A lot of toners I have found have alcohol in them, and they kind of strip and dry down your skin. So I really like this one for the reason that it doesn't have alcohol in it. It's very refreshing. Sometimes I'll even use this like as a middle of the day like refresher, and it feels so good, and it smells really good, and it's just cooling, and it makes my skin look very glowy. I've used a couple of these as well. I always replenish my stash of these when Embryolisse goes on Haute Look. I always get a moisturizer and the toner when it goes on Haute Look because it's such a good deal. This is the Pixi Glow Tonic. You can get this at Target, and it is a 5% glycolic aloe vera and ginseng exfoliating toner. This is the reason why that I don't actually use like physical exfoliators as much anymore, because I have found that it's a very gentle exfoliator. On the back it says evens out skin tone for a brighter, clearer complexion, gently exfoliates to remove dead skin cells, revealing healthy glowing skin. Skin texture looks and feels smoother, clinically proven results. I definitely have seen results with this. My skin is much clearer and basically more even, but the redness kind of, it's always there, so it's hard for me to say, yeah, my skin's totally even, because it's never totally even. For moisturizers, I have two different moisturizers. This is the Aveeno Clear Complexion Daily Moisturizer, and this is the Embryolisse Lait-Crème Concentré. The Embryolisse is a heavier moisturizer, and I tend to use this in colder or drier situations. So I used this a lot this past winter, and I also used this a lot when I went on vacation the last couple of years, because I went from Northern California weather to Southern California and Las Vegas weather, so it's totally different. So I found that this helps regulate my skin if it's in sort of a sudden change, or if just my skin feels really dehydrated. The Aveeno Clear Complexion Daily Moisturizer is lighter, and it also has salicylic acid in it, and my skin loves salicylic acid. My skin hates benzoyl peroxide. That's another thing I guess my skin is sensitive to. It hates benzoyl peroxide. But yeah, this stuff is great. This stuff I actually also brought on vacation, and it made my skin feel really good as well. I found that I like super moisturized when I went on vacation last year, but it totally helped my skin. I had no skin issues at all from being in a car for 10 hours one day and then 4 hours the next day and then like 10 hours on the way back. My skin was totally happy. This one is much more of a daily moisturizer for me. I use this more throughout the year than I use the Embryolisse now because I just found that this is a really good like it's not super lightweight, but it's not super heavy, so like mid-range moisturizer that also kind of helps keep oil at bay because of the salicylic acid and stuff in it. I have one sunscreen that I use. This is the Algenist Ultra Lightweight UV Defense Fluid SPF 50, and I wanted to get a sunscreen that was just a sunscreen. I talked about this when I actually bought this. This was one of the only ones at Sephora that I could find that was just a sunscreen and not a moisturizer as well. And I wanted to get just the sunscreen because I love my 2 moisturizers. So I wanted to not fiddle with my moisturizer and just add in a sunscreen, and this works really great for me. It's actually very lightweight. You have to shake it up because it's like kind of soupy if you don't. I accidentally didn't like shake it up one day and put it on my hand and it was just like liquid. So you do have to shake this up, but it works really, really well, and I haven't been sunburnt on my face since I've used this. And this doesn't make me break out either. Some of the drugstore, actually all of the drugstore face specific sunscreens that I've bought have all broken me out in cystic acne. So this stuff I really love. And then treatment wise, we'll start with like serums. This is the Julep What Your Skin Needs Restorative Facial Milk. This is just like an extra step for moisturizing in case I've had a really dehydrated week. If I have a week where my skin just feels really, really dry, which happened this past winter because it got really, really cold here, this just made my skin drink up like moisturizer like no other. This is just an additive to make your skin more moisturized again. It says massage 1 to 2 drops onto face after cleansing, alone or under moisturizer use day or night. I used this at night and I did find that it made a difference. That's the only skin milk that I've ever tried, so I can't tell you how it compares to any other things. This is the anti-aging or whatever serum that I use currently. This is the L'Oreal Youth Code Serum Corrector. I am not looking for anything specific anti-aging wise right now because I'm 25. I'm just doing sort of preventative things. So I found that this one, after reading all the boxes at CVS, I found that this one was the best like combo product for me. This you use before your moisturizer. It says AM and PM all over your face. Again, I use this just at night because I found using it twice a day did clog my pores faster, and just I needed to exfoliate more when I use this twice a day. But I found that so far using this once a day right before I go to bed is perfect. It's kind of plumped up my skin a little bit and firmed it a little bit at the same time, and that's a good sign. And I use this as a preventative measure for wrinkles and you know, aging things. The other like random thing for my skin, it's not quite a serum, but it's the Glow Mist from Pixi, which I've talked about a ton on this channel as well. This is a last step for me. So it comes in an oil and like a solution at the bottom, and you have to shake it up. I'm basically done with this one. And it's the last step for me. I just spritz this all over my face right before I leave the house. If I'm not wearing makeup, I spritz this all over my face right before I put my makeup otherwise, and it makes my skin really glowy, and it makes it feel really healthy and really just pretty, and it has a kind of botanical scent to it. So yeah, I like that stuff as well. Makeup remover wise, there are 3 things that I use at the moment. This is the Julep cleansing oil, and this, I have like 2 bottles of this actually because of my Julep boxes now. I don't really get nail polish anymore. I just get skincare or makeup items, which is really nice, honestly. So yeah, I have a ton of this, and it's their hydrating cleansing oil. It removes makeup really, really well. It's hydrating, I guess, but it's my go-to makeup remover at the moment for when I especially have like full face of makeup on. The days that I have like face and body foundation on, I don't quite need this as much, but when I do other foundations like Makeup Forever HD or anything else really, this definitely gets it off really nicely. This is the eye makeup remover that I'm using right now. It's the Sonia Kashuk. It's really good. There's not much to say about it. It's one of those shake up solution oil ones, and it gets makeup off really nicely as well. I said I had 3, but I have 4. I use makeup wipes. What I do to remove my makeup, I use my cleansing oil, and then I wash out this cleansing oil because you basically dissolve the makeup on your face. It turns milky when you add water, and then you wash it off. That's when I use one of my cleansers, the Aveeno Brightening Cleanser, for example, and then I will use a makeup wipe to wipe off my face because it gets just like makeup remnants off, and I feel like it's an extra step of makeup removing without having to like rub my face too much. So yeah, I use a makeup wipe basically to dry my face off. And then I go in with this guy. This is the cleansing water that I'm currently using. This is the Garnier. I've been using the simple one forever. I love the Bioderma one. The La Roche-Posay one was okay. The Caudalie one I didn't like as much. This one's okay. It's not as good. I don't think it's as good as the simple cleansing water. And it's a little bit soapy. Like if I shake this up, you can see how many bubbles get in there. It feels a little bit soapy or like a little bit oily, so I don't think this is purely a cleansing water, but the simple one is really nice. And I use a cleansing water as my very last step of makeup removal. Even after cleansing and a cleansing oil and eye makeup remover and a wipe, you would still be surprised how much is on your face. So I use a cleansing water as the last step, and that really gets my skin clean. So that's how I get all my makeup off, and those are definitely essentials to my skincare. Treatment things, I have the Pore deep cleansing nasal strip things, which again, I get clogged pores and I have big pores, and so I use this guy once a week and it keeps my skin clear. Masks, I love my masks, you know that. I love my clay masks, I love my sheet masks. I use them all the time. I will do this as a relaxing thing. I'll do a sheet mask as like a midday break for myself. I love masks, and they help, again, regulate my skin and just make my skin feel glowy and just like nourished. And then this is the acne product that I use currently. This is the Grease Lightning from Lush, and it's a tea tree based gel spot cleanser. But what I do is I just take a little bit of this and put it on my chin like every night, because this is like where I get oiliest, and this is where I like basically the only place where I break out, which is hormonal as well as sometimes diet related if I eat too many sweets in a week, and then just oiliness. So yeah, I basically get the tiniest amount of this and put this on this part of my face like every night. But otherwise, that is everything I do skincare related. If you guys have any questions or recommendations, I would love to answer them in the comments down below. And yeah, if you guys liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Normally I wear makeup in videos, but I figured, again, since it was a skincare video, you guys could see my skin and how it is without makeup. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing well, and otherwise I will see you guys soon.